Hello, friends. Good week. Vladimir here with you. How are you? How was your weekend? I hope everything is fine and your situation is much better than the situation that is going with Egypt. And this is the actually news I want to start with. I believe that the fire and the war in Egypt will affect the markets at the beginning of the week, and I will explain why. There are many speculations how USA will trade about all what's happening with Egypt and how all the world will treat it. So I definitely think it will affect. Maybe not on the currency market, but it is going to affect on the indices, and I will show you later my expectations. And we saw what happened on Friday, right? But before we go over the indices, I want to go over the chart and see what we are going to have. During the last week, we had very confusing days. We have many zigzag moves on almost every pair. Watch this, friends. This is the last week. Can you see it? Up and down, up and down, up and down, up. Like it looks like we are going to see new highs, right? But then down, up and down again, and again, and again, and again, and again. And you all remember this uptrend line that I showed you for the euro dollar, right? This was the first uptrend line that provided break, a false break, right? And then we had this up again and break again during Friday, right? During Friday. So it looks like we are about to have a correction for the euro dollar. The divergences, I always say that, and here is the proof. Divergence will never lie. Divergence could be continuing, could try and create new and new and new highs and up moves like it did during the last week, but when the right time comes, we have a powerfully down move, and that's what happened with the euro dollar. It looks like we are going to see a correction. My expectation that the euro is about to go again for this support line, somewhere between 134 and 135, right? And probably it will meet the 20 moving average of the Bollinger Band. Right? It looks like a healthy situation. It looks like a healthy correction for the market. Even the daily chart finished with a dodgy, right? So my expectation the euro is about to go and retest this resistance that he broke only few days ago. So I do look for a correction, and I suggest you to look and rebuy the euro in two situations. First, if it reaches this support line, as I mentioned before, between 134 and 135. Second, if it closes a daily chart above 137.50. Okay, if it closes a daily chart above 137.50. This is the two situations that we should buy the euro. Until then, it's probably better for us to go and to look to sell the euro. Well, I do believe that we will see maybe some attempts to correct during the first candles. Maybe it even will create a head and shoulders pattern here. But then I do believe that the euro is about to go to 134, 135, somewhere between. Maybe 134.50 will be the target. This is about the euro. The investors, by the way, are still not in the euro, although they do believe it will rise finally. What about the British pound? Well, this is one of the most confusing pairs for this week. Why? Because it looks like on the weekly chart, it looks like we have a head and shoulders, right? It looks like we have a head and shoulders here. If so, that means the British pound should go and reach this neckline again. The divergence pushes down. But despite all of this, the investors still aiming for up move. The monthly chart still point up, right? It looks like the monthly chart is still pointing up, and a good suggestion to rejoin the uptrend would be here. If we have a close, a daily close above this downtrend line that has been created on the British pound, right? That, this will be the good situation to go and to buy the British pound. If we go on the 4-hour charts, we can even see, here is the exact line, right? We can see some expanding channel here. Can you see it? Some expanding channel. Okay, so definitely a lot of things to look for the British pound. If it closes above this uptrend line, sorry, this downtrend line, okay, as I mentioned before, and maybe even, let's say, maybe even based above 160, then it will be a good opportunity and good chance to look for buying the British pound. Until then, I'm neutral with maybe even down pressure. What about the next pairs? For example, the New Zealandian dollar. Still looking. I am still looking for this line to be broken and daily close above this downtrend line, so I can say that the New Zealandian will go up. We have this divergence here. We have this inverted hammer here. Well, to be honest, I will not lie. It looks like we are about to go and visit this support line again around 0.75, maybe even 0.74. So there is a bearish pressure because of these divergences, and the best situation to join for up move will be a daily close above this trend line, downtrend line, and to join the down move, the suggested situation would be to wait for this uptrend line to be broken and close below. Anyway, we have this bearish divergence that push on a daily chart and on 4-hour charts as well. What about the next pairs? Australian, for example. Well, the Australian, I am still neutral for this one. It still moves between these sideways moves. Once it is broken, I will go with the direction of the break. If it closes above parity level, I'm up all the way to 102, 103. If it closes below 098.50, I am down all the way to 096, 096.50. Right, so this is the expectations about the the New Zealandian. What about the dollar Canadian? Well, it looks like we are going up, right? It looks like we are going up. Also, we have this resistance line here. It looks like we close above the RSI, close above the 50 level. The stochastic pushes up, the MACD creates new high. Everything looks like we are going to see another up move. I think that the target could be this downtrend line, what means 101 or somewhere maybe even a little higher, right? So this is about dollar Canadian. What about the next pairs? Well, I have a few more interesting things. The Euro Australian, I was looking to sell it around 139.15. It almost reached, but it did not. Then now it created daily this daily engulfing, and it looks like the Euro Australian is about to correct itself uh, somewhere to the 20 moving average of the Bollinger Band, right? It looks like um, a new natural situation. Here is the uptrend line of this 4-hour chart. It was broken. Now probably we will see some attempt to correct, maybe somewhere to here. And after this correction, and once this support line is broken, it will be the chance to rejoin. Right? Once this support is broken, it will be the chance to join and go all the way to the 20 moving average, which could be even here around these levels. Right? So we definitely can look and expect for more pipses for this pair to reduce. Right? So this is about the Euro Australian. What about more opportunities? British pound against the Japanese yen. Still waiting for two things to happen. First, if this downtrend line break up where we will be aiming up move. But if we have a daily close below this support line around 130, it will be a sell signal. What about the indices, friends? Finally, we reach the indices and the gold and the silver. I will start with the gold and the silver. And I've mentioned that the gold is probably about to go for this uptrend line, right? It did. It did. It reached it, right? So what's now? We might see some bullish hidden divergence here being created during the last during the next 1 or 2 weeks, right? If we go to weekly to the daily chart, well, we will see probably more attempts, right? More attempts up and maybe down again to reach this uptrend line. Okay, and here probably we will see a creation of a bullish divergence that will push it up. If somehow the weekly chart will break this uptrend line and close below, then friends, be prepared for the gold to go again to 1200 or even to 1000, right? If it closes below the weekly chart. As long as it's not, I am bullish for the gold once it completes a bullish divergence on a daily chart. It still did not. The silver, the same situation. Exactly the same situation. Right? It blocked on the 20 moving average of the Bollinger Band. Now, let's see what's happened from here. What about the indices? Well, you know my opinions, right? I told you we are about to have a correction, right? The next week, the last week was a little more with more up trend, right? But this resistance still hold itself. We had inverted hammer on a weekly chart for S&P 500, friends. I think we are going down. We had this Marubozu on a daily chart. Probably it also broke this uptrend line. Probably we will see some correction after Marubozu, but then I do expect the S&P 500 to fall and to go somewhere to this support line again around 1220, 1225, right? I do expect a down move. What about the Dow? The same situation. Inverted hammer. Just let me erase the unneeded lines. Inverted hammer. And I believe we are going down. Do you see this divergence? Do you see this hammer? Do you see this daily uptrend line? Right? Being broken again here. Okay? Almost being broken, sorry. It looks like once it's broken, we are going down. And I believe that all the situation with Egypt will affect the market. What about the FTSE and all the rest? The same situation. The FTSE even reached this uptrend line again. It will break it, it will retest it, and we will aim down move. Friends, the indices are about to go and correct itself. So join it and enjoy it. Right? The stop loss should be placed, of course, above the last highs. So this is my expectations for the market. If you watched my Friday update, I told you, don't believe these up moves. We are about to have the GDP released on USA, and the GDP was not as good as expected. And here is how Friday finished. So if you followed my Friday update, you must be careful and you must be sitting on the fence and you must earn from it. Now it's your time to attack. So be ready and join the market and join the trends I've mentioned and enjoy it. And I hope that it will help you and will bring you some profitable trades. Friends, thank you very much and thank you for your time watching this video. I wish all of you amazing, fantastic week. Vladimir.